Alright guys, so let's get this whole thing rocking. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is Bitcoin is bullish here. Okay, I'm very much bullish on Bitcoin. I am looking for altcoin entries. Okay, the second thing that I'm looking at is going to be SPX. So when we're looking at Dixie here, obviously we had a nice swipe of liquidity here right around the order block that we saw earlier. This was CPI, okay? We had that nice swipe of liquidity just to wick everybody out. Obviously, I looked at CPI news already, guys. What I'm looking at with CPI, very simple. Okay, CPI month over month came out higher than expected, which I wasn't expecting. Also, CPI year over year came out at 2.9, which is a lot higher than I even expected as well. But the forecast kind of predicted this as well. But now let's take a look at something that's even more dangerous that I think the Fed is more worried about. The Fed isn't as worried about inflation as they are the unemployment claims. Unemployment claims this week came out way higher than expected. And we're starting to see an uptick now. And because of this, now the real question is, remember, we got to go back into fundamentals. Okay, let's go back into fundamentals. What are the three things that control fundamentals and what the Fed is worried about? Okay, let's remember those three things. It's going to be the job market, it's inflation, okay, and companies' earnings and manufacturing, okay? Right now, is the Fed more worried about inflation or is the Fed more worried about the job market? And I think everybody here can kind of obviously answer that question. Everybody can answer that question. The Fed is more worried about the job market, for sure. They're way more worried about the job market than anything else. Because of that, okay, this news event here obviously is not good. CPI isn't good. But unemployment claims being this high here is very, very bad. Okay? I think it's worse. A very high unemployment claim like this, I think, is even worse than the CPI report. So I think this is bullish for markets, at least here in the short term. Now, obviously, you're looking at market price play out. Let's look at how it affected it. You had a pullback and then a run to the upside here. You had a close. Maybe 190. Very simple buy. The buy would have been here. 8 a.m. Really simple. A reversal is probably coming right now, guys, to be honest. Probably going to be selling off here. But I'm still, for me, I'm still looking at buys around this zone here for SPX. But if I were to buy this again, I'd probably look for buys here. I think price is going to come back down here. Overall, these unemployment claims are going to lead to a Fed rate rate cut, 100%. We need it. We need it right now. If not, markets are going to feel it. But SPX is still bullish here until the 17th, so I'm, not really too concerned about that. SPX is still bullish until the 17th. Let's look at NAS 100 here. Very same thing, man. I mean, this was just so beautiful earlier today. You see the pullback here around 8:15. This right here was the perfect buy, right? You have a break of the Asian range to the upside, bullish pullback. This was a beautiful buy. I hope some of you guys got into that. Now, obviously, we don't stream that early. Markets have been moving a bit earlier. This is what I'm looking at. The 10-year yield dropping. This is good. Let's look at gold here. Gold is still continuing to drop, as we talked about on the previous call. Wow, this is so beautiful. This was a nice sell. Beautiful, beautiful sell. Right? Break of the Asian range into a selling zone. Gold is, again, like I've spoken about, going to come back down here. This is what I'm looking at with gold. Okay, gold is a sell. at least for today, I'm looking at sells for gold right around this zone. I mean, the perfect, beautiful sell would have been here. 50% of the Asian range. This was the optimal sell, internal sells, but this was obviously during news, which is why I love news events, but obviously we have to adjust. So I think for me, gold is a sell. I'm looking at gold sells all the way up until this indecisional candle here on external structure. This indecisional candle here, I'm going to start buying. Okay. I only am looking for a small internal sell for a break of this, what some people call fair value gap or imbalance. After we hit this price zone, I'm bullish on gold. I am very much bullish on gold after we hit that price zone. Okay, so I'm bearish on gold here just for the meantime. I'm looking at that 10 a.m. reversal. We're creating lower lows here, and we're in a structured order flow, okay, which is good, right? Structured order flow basically means we're creating lower lows until we come here and then create those higher highs. So I'm going to trade the order flow here if you guys would want, okay? So this is still what I'm looking at here, the structured order flow for gold, okay? I'm going to copy this link here, put it in the trade chat. That's the first thing here. Second thing, GU. Let's look at GU here. Okay, wow, GU just hit our zone completely. Again, guys, it's a lot of these trades I'm gonna be swinging here. Okay, so when I do swing these trades here and I call these out, it's because for me, I'm mostly a swing trader, guys. So you'll see the entries come, and a lot of times you need to, right? Okay, you need to, what I would say, pay attention or just set alerts. This is what I'm looking at with GU. Obviously, we have a break of the Asian range here. I mean, this is clear as day. I really do want to see how it reacts on this zone here. Because right now we're at that selling pressure zone. See what I'm saying? We're at that order block. We could just hit an order flow zone here. Oh my God. Let me get rid of this here. And then sell off. That's kind of like what I could see happen here, because this move was the impulse. I could see a reversal here in the next 15 minutes. If we don't break that, for sure. Okay, so with GU running this, we have a close above here in the 1 hour. It's going to run and rally. So this is what I'm looking for, okay? This right here is an overextension. Most likely going to sell off. What you want to pay attention to is how it reacts here now. That's all you want to pay attention to. If you see a reaction here, then you're going to see an extension to the upside. That's all you're going to want to pay attention to, right? Is the reaction here. Right now, this is going to sell off. There's a very high likelihood it's going to sell off. Why, John? Why is this going to sell off? Very high likelihood. If you didn't catch the zone here, the perfect zone, there's a very high likelihood this is going to sell off and pull back. You want to now look at the reaction here for an extension to the upside here so we can obviously mitigate this order block here. Okay? Doing this here might even create another low. So I'm going to be pretty, I would say, cautious here. But I'll let you guys know that it did break 4-hour structure, so it is bullish. In the meantime. So that's why I am looking for that pullback, or 4-hour. Look for a buy around this zone. This is what I'm looking at. If it does pull back to here. That is what I'm looking for. USD CAD, I'm waiting for a pullback. This thing looks like it's going to run to the upside here. Wow, USD CAD looks actually really good. Did it break below the Asian range though? It did. I don't really like it. I don't like a break below the Asian range. I do not like that. Especially below structure like that. I don't like that. I know USD CAD is going to run. I just don't like that it broke structure. See how it broke this indecisional structure? It could give me an idea that price will probably come back here. Huge possibility that price is going to come here and then rally. Yeah, I just want to be safe here, guys. I'm looking for buys around this zone here. That's where I'm looking for buys. This is where I'm just gonna wait. If this comes, then it comes. If not, I'm not really concerned. I'm always patient, guys, with my execution. I'm very much patient. Actually, too patient. Sometimes people, they want to get more than 1 or 2 trades out of me, and sometimes I'm not able to get that from them every day. But Bitcoin is a buy. Okay, so Bitcoin, and this is what I was waiting for with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a beautiful, beautiful buy. This is how Trump would say it, right? It's beautiful, right? Okay, so we got a beautiful bill, right? All right, I'm looking for buys on Bitcoin. I am personally buying Bitcoin either here, or I'm looking to buy Bitcoin right around here. This zone. Okay. That's where I'm looking to buy Bitcoin. Both these areas have me thinking Bitcoin is going to at least go back to 117. I was waiting for that break for a very long time. We finally broke it. Bitcoin's a buy. And I'm targeting the 117 highs here. Okay, right now we're going to pull back from this order block, or I would say indecisional candle. But I'm very much buying Bitcoin. Okay. This is what I'm doing, guys. You guys can do what you want to do, but this is personally what I am doing. Okay. This is personally what I am doing. Alright. This is what I am doing. Okay. AVAX is running again. Wow, this is good. Jupiter still in those zones here. Waiting for a pullback on Jupiter. Waiting for a nice solid pullback on Jupiter. This is a very, very high risk trade here, guys. But I'm looking at Pyth. Very high risk. I'm looking at Pyth for sure. Drift's already running. I called Drift a long time ago. Let me see. Nvidia gapping. MicroStrategy still in accumulation. Coinbase is gonna run. Okay, so with gold here, guys, I'm bearish here for today. Just to reconfirm here, I'm somewhat bearish with gold. I'm looking for a reversal right around this zone. Sell off, probably internal structure here. You should see some sell-off here on the 10-minute, and right here is the selling zone coming. In the next 5 minutes, gold to sell is what I'm looking at for scalping it. For GU, GU still looks like a buy to me long term, but for the short term, I'm looking for a pullback. I'm looking for a pullback at least down to here. I'm looking for a pullback here. So I'm a GU, I'm bullish on a buy, gold, sell. Let's look at SPX here. Let's look at what, I mean, yeah, SPX is run. I'm so pissed because the perfect entry here for SPX was this morning. Like, you see that? This is such a beautiful trade, right? The pullback was during news, hit the order block. We're respecting structure. We broke the Asian range. This was like a textbook. What do we have on our side? Let's look at it. News we have on our side. We have structure on our side. We have the Asian range on our side. We have timing with news on our side with the wick. Okay. There's a lot of good things on our side here for this to be an execution. We have the break of the Asian range. We have the timing of the news. We have structure. We have also news and fundamentals that are on our side here. So, and then you have the institutional candle. All 5 for the perfect execution of a trade to the upside. I just wasn't, to be honest, personally, I don't trade SPX too often, but when you guys see this here, that's what you want to see with gold. When you see all 5 of those confirmations here, that's when you get in, right? That's at least when I get in, right? Gold volatility looks like it's going to continue to keep falling. There looks like no reversal. There is going to be a pullback here soon, but because it broke that structure zone, we're aiming for this zone, and then we're aiming for this in particularly larger zone. Okay. Yeah, we're going down still. Alright, guys. Execution's coming. Yep, USD CAD selling off. This sums up kind of my my whole thing. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the chat, and I will talk to y'all soon. Peace.